good evening or good morning, wherever you may be. And today we're all going to be talking about health fixes and some of the things that I believe really work, and then some interesting things that I've discovered today in my research that I don't think work so well. So if you're a person who's constantly looking for ways to get quick fixes, then you're in a bit of trouble. I'm a firm believer that of simplicity works best. And stay tuned to this video if you're looking forward to improving your health and finding out what the 5 core principles that I believe to sustaining improved and optimal health. I just want to say a quick shout out to a few people that have jumped on, and then we'll get into it. Hi Zane and hi Fleur, good to see you on, and Monica, thank you for stopping by. Nice and warm over in Europe this time of year. Wish I was over there. It's starting to get a little fresh out here, so I've got the jacket on. So today we're talking all things health and health fixes. I did a little bit of research today, and as I do on Mondays, I like to feed my brain with what all things health and what's going on out, and with a few blogs and a few people that I follow, and some of the articles are really interesting. And I came across an article today that was talking about quick fixes and how people can really shortcut their health, and I'll get into biohacking and what my beliefs on biohacking, some of the good ones and some of the not so good ones, in a future episode. But this is really talking about sort of these shortcut, I suppose, quick fix health schemes that you see around out there. And let's face it, we're living in the age of the information age, and we're really drowning in information, and health is no different out there. There's a mountain of health information on the internet, some of it good, some of it not so good, and some of it downright negligent and improper. So what I would like to do today is just to out some of those items so you don't go out there and spend your hard-earned money on them. And I'm going to give you 5 core principles that we live by to sustain or improve health and healthy living. So the first sort of quick fix that I came across was a sweat-inducing products. Now, this was a new one for me. I'd never actually heard or seen these products before. So what I was reading is basically there's a couple of different types of products, and the one that really struck me was this cream that you rubbed on your skin. And most people were applying it to their stomach region because everyone's trying to get rid of that excess belly fat, right? And they're rubbing it on their stomach, and they're trying to have a quick way of burning or erasing that belly fat. Now, as you could probably take from that, it wasn't really successful. Now, what it actually did is it's supposedly supposed to increase your sweat rate, which was said to burn calories. Now, it's complete garbage. Yes, sweating does burn calories, but not to the amount of effect that a nice 15-minute walk or a 30-minute walk is not going to overtake. So rubbing a cream on your belly to get rid of that belly fat is an absolute no-no. So my advice is if you're looking to trim down in the stomach region, is go out for a nice 15-minute walk, and it's going to do exactly the same thing. Now, the second one was what they called waist trainers. Now, this is sound like a bit of an oxymoron to me, but basically it's like an elastic corset, and most of the people that were using this device were women, and it was basically a big stretchy rubber band. They were wrapping it around their stomach, and hopefully that was causing some sort of constriction in their waist, that they were thinking that was going to burn calories. Now, basically, if you think about rubbing a rubber band around your finger, and you leave it on there for half an hour to an hour, and you see what happens to the end of your finger. Imagine that around your center core, where all your number one organs are, your liver, your kidneys, and even further up your heart. So this device was made by a number of companies. One that I found in my research that actually went through a class action and got themselves in a bit of trouble with a few health claims. So they got themselves in a bit of hot water, saying that they could cure all kinds of ailments, and so that's definitely one to avoid. Stay away from waist trainers. They just don't work. If you're looking to obviously trim a bit of body fat or to lose weight in general, there's 1,000 better ways, or definitely the top 5 that I'm going to mention in a minute, that will actually help you better than doing that. Actually, the waist trainers were said to actually cause some issues with major organs. So definitely want to avoid waist trainers if you can help it. The third one that's really popular at the moment is calorie reducing drinks. Basically, as everybody would know them better by, would be energy drinks. Now, these energy drinks have high amounts of caffeine and high amounts of sugar. And obviously, anytime you get a stimulant or a combination of stimulants like caffeine and sugar, and you drink that in a decent sized portion, there's going to be, yes, you're going to get a little bit of burst in energy, but there's going to be another side of that, and then you're going to get a crash. So high amounts of caffeine and high amounts of sugar are not advisable, not good for your heart, circulation, obviously weight. So yes, they'll give you, they'll burn a few calories at the start, but obviously giving you an increase in energy, but the benefits are just don't outweigh the negatives. So massively against energy drinks. There's all kinds of literature out there now about energy companies having to reduce their sugar level, and then now putting aspartame and fake sugar in there, which is actually worse. So my recommendation is stay away from energy drinks altogether. Water is plenty good enough, and obviously if you need a little bit more sodium and other stuffs, then you can take supplements for that. So again, definitely don't want to get involved in any energy drinks, and you basically waste the money if you ask me. So that being said, all those three that I did mention, saying that you don't want to waste your money on, a lot of people ask me, well, so if we can't have a quick fix and we can't do this, how do we get healthier? So it's a really good question. So I have a belief that simplicity is the best, and I believe that these 5 core principles, if you stick to them and you master them and you're consistent with them, then you will live a healthy, long life. Now, what are they? So number 1 is obviously sleep. Sleep is really important. A lot of people cheat this area, and they start to feel lethargic, and they wonder why they're feeling irritable. 7 to 8 hours is definitely necessary. There was a time where people used to say that 7 to 8 hours was a myth. Now, there's a lot of science out there that is backing that. That is just not true. 8 hours sleep, restful sleep, is the time where your body gets to recover, especially your brain and your gut and your vital organs all take time to detoxify, and that takes time. There is supplements that you can take to aid with that. Vitamin D is very good, and there's other information out there about omega-3s and all kinds of things that you can take to improve your sleep. Now, my wife had an issue with sleep for a long period of time, and now she takes an omega-3 supplement, and she's sleeping like a baby. So she absolutely loves that, and so she stands by that. So I can't speak enough for omega-3 and vitamin D. The next one is water, and I mentioned this in my video yesterday. Drinking an adequate amount of water and staying hydrated is super important. A lot of people do not drink enough water. They're not staying satiated for long enough, and they're dehydrated. So it's really important to drink an adequate amount of water. Now, what is that? So on average, it's about 1 litre for 25 kilos of body mass. So if you're 75 kilos, then you want to be drinking at least 3 litres of water a day. Now you can sort of, I suppose not cheat, but you can increase that water content by eating water filled nutritious vegetables and fruit. So if you're eating a lot of lettuce and green vegetables and fruit and high water content, watermelon, etc., then you could probably just see how you go, depending on your body type and obviously your physical activity. Number 3 is mindset. This is a big one for me. It's very, very difficult to operate at optimum without a positive mindset. There's thousands of things going on in the world at the moment that's just putting out negativity, and you really do have to go searching for something positive, especially if you watch the news. So my advice is that you want to go searching for something positive, at least if you can, 15, 30 minutes a day. Not everybody wakes up and has a positive mindset. Not even the most positive people on the planet have that. So it's really important to go search for something positive. Speak to someone who has a positive outlook on life, something that you can tap into, a networking group or something like that. Just surround yourself with people who, are positive is also a benefit. So